Well, hello, everyone, and welcome back to Make Our World Your Runway. Now, I think all of you are familiar that this show is not only about pageantry, about modeling, about fashion, but we also get into the entertainment, the business, and we also do beauty tips as well. And today we have another powerhouse show. We are going to get into something on the business side, which everyone really needs. I'm not going to tell you what it's about because when I introduce my guest, you will find out everything you need to know about this particular situation. And then, of course, Betsy Miller is going to come on and give you some beauty tips. And again, we're going to talk about 100 Successful Women in Business, which is coming up with a Rockstar Roadshow taking place on March the 2nd. This is going to be a fabulous event. Ladies, if you hear the sound of my voice, please attend. It's a free event. Go to the website, www.100swb.com to register. You can also be a speaker and you can also be a vendor. There's great rates. I highly suggest you taking advantage of the show because there's going to be women from around the world that are going to be participating, and you never know the contacts that you're going to make. Yours truly will be there. I will have the ladies from Miss International World will be signing autographs. So please take advantage of this special Rockstar Roadshow. And it's all about women in business. And what better time to have it in March, because that is International Business Month, Women's Month. So definitely take advantage of that. And also, we always want to tell you to subscribe to the Global Trade Chamber YouTube channel so that you can see all the episodes from Make Our World Your Runway and Success Stories that is produced by the Global Trade Chamber. Now, Success Stories is also about women in business. And it's amazing when you listen to their stories. They come from humble beginnings. And some of these women have started from really ground zero and have built themselves up to become entrepreneurs, whether it's been in the business community or community service. So definitely watch out for success stories. That's why it is so important to subscribe to the Global Trade Chamber YouTube channel. And then also, Volume 2, and I mention this every week, of the 100 Successful Women in Business Volume 2 book is out. You are going to love it. It was launched in London, England this past August. I was there, and they call it From Scratch to Success. Now you may say, why is that called From Scratch to Success? Because exactly what I said before, these women started from scratch and became so successful. There are women out there today that, if you read their stories, really had nothing. And some of them became millionaires, entrepreneurs, and not only in the world of business, but also community service. I was in Volume 1. So if you get a chance to pick up that copy, you can read my story as well. It's available on Amazon. And if you are a successful woman, that's exactly what you need to do. Get into that book. Again, go to the website, www.100swb.com. You can learn all about where we're going to be this year, when Volume 3 is going to be launched. And like I said, it's available on Amazon. Read the stories. You're going to love it. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get on to our show. And as I told you, we have something a little bit different today. Of course, we're going to do our beauty tips. But we have someone that is involved with law. And this person has been an injury attorney for over 16 years, and he's got a load of experience. He's worked with large firms, small firms, and now he has his own practice. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot say enough about this next person that I'm going to introduce, only that I met him about a year ago. He's also been a great sponsor and supporter to the Miss International World pageant, and he's personally helping me on an injury case like now. So, ladies and gentlemen, so that you can hear it straight from him, without further ado, please welcome Jesse Davidson to Make Our World Your Runway.
so
Hey,
much.
hello there.
Thank you so much for having me on the show. I appreciate it.
Oh, it's great to have you on the show. And the reason why I wanted you here is because there are so many people out there that don't realize when they have a personal injury, they get in a car accident, they have a slip and fall. You need to have the advice of a good attorney. Okay. And we should also let our viewers know that when the Palm Beach State Attorney, Dave Arenberg, says you're the best, that's a great accomplishment because in my eyes, you are the best.
Oh, I appreciate that. And coming from Mr. Arenberg, that's a huge compliment, and it makes me feel good. So I appreciate it. And it makes me feel like my hard work's paying off.
Oh, your hard work is paying off. So, I was involved with law, but more on the court reporting side. And believe me, I've seen every possible case you could think of. And what's always striking is that sometimes you think you go into court and you have a winner, and it just depends who's sitting in that black robe up there decides, they're going to reverse it, whether it's he or she. So what made you get involved with law? I always like to ask people.
It's an interesting point. I like helping people, obviously. And, you say the guy with the black robe, also the six strangers that you never know. And, the two most common questions I get asked is how long, how much is my case worth? And I tell all my clients the same thing. It depends, because you never know. Some of the smaller cases turn out to be huge, and some of the cases that you think are going to be huge turn out to be small. So it's very unpredictable, and I like, the unpredictability that provides motivation for me.
Exactly, and you're right about that, because I've seen that happen too. When you think you're going to go in there and the case is going to be huge, it turns out to be the opposite, and the one that you think is small turns out to be the huge case. And again, you just don't know. And I think not even what's happening in personal injury, but just in what things in the world today and the way the law is, there's a lot of people out there that don't understand the way the law is written, number one. And I find that sometimes people don't have a lack of respect for the law. Okay. And what I've been finding out recently is that sometimes it's not what you want to hear, but it's the way the law is written. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong on that.
Yeah, absolutely. And, a lot of times I tell my clients, I don't make the laws. I don't enforce them either. It's my job to help the enforcer of the law see it from our perspective. And, it's a shame. Some of the laws are just, I don't like the way they're written, but I don't make them. And, we have to abide by them. And obviously personal injury is a little different. There's not, criminal consequences for breaking it. You just have to worry about getting sued. And,
Exactly. And it's a funny thing because a few years ago, I was on jury duty, and it was a female judge, and sometimes they can be worse than a male judge. Just like I said, just depends on who you get up there in that black robe. And I was on a case for a couple of days, and then they decided to change a couple of jurors. And she called me up, okay? And I said, what did I do wrong, okay? And she actually handed me an award. And I was like, why? I didn't do anything. I was just sitting on this case. And she said, you know why? She said, because you had respect for my courtroom because of the way you came and dressed every day. She said, and that told me that you had respect for the law. Jesse, I thought I was going to fall through the floor right then and there. For a judge to have done that for me, and she made me turn around and she told the entire jury, this is what you call respect. She said, Angela came in properly dressed every day into that courtroom. Okay. She said, and I know that she's got respect for the law, irregardless of what she heard. And, I remembered that up until this day. That was unusual for a judge to do that. But you know what? Sometimes that's what you have to do.
It speaks highly of you too, because I thought the same thing. If I was a judge, I would have made the same comment. You make a good presentation. Presentation's everything. It can veer the judge or the six jurors in a particular direction based on physical appearance. It's unfortunate, but that's how the world works, and that's what you have to. That's how you have to show respect for the law, by doing those little things.
Exactly. And a lot of people don't realize that. They go off on a tandem. They say, oh, this is not fair. That's not fair. But like you just said, we don't make the laws. Okay. We may not like the way they're written, but we got to abide by the law. Okay. And then after a while, sometimes things do change. People do stand up if you do it correctly. Things can change. But,
Hmm.
when you go into a courtroom, and even as a court reporter, I used to talk to clients and I say, look, go in there with a clear conscience, a clear head. I can't tell you what to expect. In fact,
Hmm.
one of the attorneys I worked with, he said, Angela, we never know what's going to happen when we go in there. And, I've sat on personal injury. I've sat on criminal cases. And they used to say, look, all we can do is present the case. It's up to the jury. And then all of a sudden the judge will start reading the law and telling you the way he's going to go. And you you just have to take your chances going in there. You never know. But I think if you go in there with a little bit of respect and both sides see that you have that, and the person sitting up there making that final decision, it sometimes can work in your favor. Okay. But that's why, somebody like you that's so well educated, and I'm sure just by from what I know about you and speaking to you, I can imagine your clients love you.
Yeah, they should. I don't, you can't please, I've learned that you can't please everyone. Most of my clients are pretty happy. My main thing is communication. I don't like to
Yeah.
lose communication with my clients. I don't, as long as you communicate, I think that you can please people for the most part. And just
Exactly.
keep, keep people in the loop. Let them know what's going on. That's the
Right.
biggest.
That's the biggest thing. Exactly.
Mhm. Biggest complaint I get is from people who have other attorneys is they haven't spoken to their attorney. They don't know what's going on. So then I say, "Here's my number. Text me." And then it's a whole different ball game and lets people know.
Exactly. And it works the other way too. You have to keep in touch with your attorney. Something goes wrong, you have to let your attorney know. You get a call from somebody, you have to let your attorney know. I always tell people, hey, they got a lot of clients. They're not mind readers. You have to keep in touch with people. Of
Mhm.
course, an attorney's going to keep in touch with their client. But if a few days go by and you don't see anything, hey, phone works
Yeah,
two ways. Pick up that phone, text,
remind me.
send an email, communicate. Because, like you just
Exactly.
said, that big word, communication is the most
Mhm.
important thing in anything that you do. Okay. And so, what made you start your own business? I know you work for a couple of firms, but what made you
Yeah,
start?
I
Go
just
ahead.
felt like it was time. It was, I was working for a really large firm right before I went off on my own, and I thought I could do just as good of a job, and I, I've proven that, and I'm glad I did. I like the freedom. I like being able to, handle the cases the way I want to, and that's important to me to be able to represent people and the way I think is best.
Exactly. And one of the things I can say about knowing you, you're a very honest person, you're very thorough, and you follow through. And what I like about something that you do, you're very quick with an answer. You seem to have that knowledge right on the tip of your tongue. And also, you say, I've heard you say, look, if I don't have an answer, let me look it up
Hmm.
and I'll get back
That's
to you.
that's one of the things I was going to say. That's one of my pet peeves is when people don't know the answer and they guess. I even tell my clients, in their depositions, if you don't know the answer to something, there's nothing wrong with saying I don't know. I don't know everything. There's a lot of things I don't know. I'm learning every day. So I think it goes a long way to tell someone rather than give a false answer to say I don't know. Let me try to find out. So I do that a lot. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's one of the reasons why when we do that photo shoot on board ship, I definitely want to have you on there because there's a battle royale going on over there. Okay. Every time I do my event, they want me to carry, that personal liability. And I said, whoa, wait a minute. If I fall on the ship, you mean to tell me you guys don't have insurance? So I don't think they're getting the right information. So you're in
Yeah.
luck that day because the vice president is taking our is going to be on our photo shoot. And I said to him, I said, do I have somebody for you? And he said, Angela, you've always got somebody for me. I said, no, I really have somebody for you. I said, if there's a battle going on right now about somebody falling on the ship and who's responsible and who's not, I got the right attorney. He said, you know what? Maybe it's time we find out what's right and what's wrong. I said, there you go. So who knows? This might be a big client for you.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, it's its own set of laws. It's maritime law, and there's a lot of stuff going on with cruise ships and a lot of cases, and someone has to be held liable, and it should be the cruise ships. It's their, they have possession of the, they're the ones who are creating everything and the risks and everything. So, yeah, that's
exactly.
definitely. Yeah.
If somebody falls off the stage, even though I'm a private event, but I'm opening it up to the whole, company.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes to any cruise ship. Somebody's got to be responsible for that because, hey, if I fall in my cabin, that's on that. Whether I'm a private group, I'm still a passenger on the ship. So,
right. Yeah, I mean, it's the cruise ship's job to ensure that the floors and the area is safe of any dangerous conditions that could cause trip and falls, that could cause injuries. And if they don't do so, they could be and should be held liable.
Exactly. I'd have to say one thing about Margaritaville at Sea, which the owner was the previous owner of Norwegian Cruise Lines. He's pretty good about that. Okay, safety first. We always have the lifeboat drills, okay, which everybody has to attend. That's one thing I have to say, because a lot of people think we're just a ferry that goes out to the Bahamas. You've been on it. It's a full cruise ship, okay?
Yeah.
So, But, hey, wouldn't hurt if you definitely pick them up as a client.
Oh, that would be amazing. Yeah, we're thinking great. You're thinking big. I like that, Angela. You light a fire in me.
Well, it's funny. Betsy Miller just put on there, Angela, the great connector. And, I always say that's what it's all about. If you meet good people, okay, you connect them, okay? You just don't sit on your laurels and say, okay, you know what? I met this guy. Thank you very much. Or I met this woman. Thank you very much. Okay, say la vie. You try to help your people, okay? Because, there's a lot of people I meet, and I never know. Say, hey, wait a minute. You know what? I've got this person that I think I could turn you on to. Or, I have someone else. Like, for instance, the Copacabana, they're going to bring it back to Florida. And they were like talking about building it. I said, wait a minute. I've got somebody, I said, that's an architect. I said, that does buildings around the world. Why go search somebody else when I could put you in touch with someone and would probably work with you because they came off my recommendation? Mm-hmm. So now I've got that ball rolling, okay? And that place, the Copacabana, is iconic. It's got a fabulous name. And it was in Florida at one point, and they had to close down. But now the owners want to bring it back. And you know what? Guess who's got the clout on it? Me. I'm the one can use the name, can use the logo. And once we get it up and going, I'm telling all of you, you want to do an event there, you want to do something, we've got it. Okay. So if you came to me and said, hey, I want to throw a birthday party, no problem. We set it up. And with that name behind you and that logo, Jesse, you can do anything.
And that's Angela, the great connector. I like that.
See, Betsy just said, I want to come to the opening party. Great event. So yeah, definitely. So, first of all, I appreciate, that you have been a big sponsor and a supporter to Miss International World. I totally appreciate that. And as I said to you, if there's anything I can do for you, we can open up new accounts, business, whatever. This is what we're there for, And a lot of people would think that, well, how does that mix with the beauty world or the pageantry world? It does, because I could go outside the house tomorrow and fall. Well, who am I going to call? You. Okay?
Thank you.
Any one of my girls can get hurt. Who are we going to call?
Let's hope that doesn't happen, but thank you for the... Yeah. I appreciate
No,
that.
I'm trying to be careful. After I broke my hip and it was replaced, I am trying to be careful. I try to
Yeah.
make sure I work that hip out every day and it stays strong. So, Jesse, tell our viewers, what plans do you have for the near future or going ahead? Where do you see yourself and what do you want to do?
Yeah, I mean, I did expand a little bit in the west coast of Florida, and I continue to grow and to keep doing what I'm doing. That's the plan. It's going great, and keep meeting new people and connecting and helping people out and doing well. I mean, I'm only gonna go forward and get bigger and better and keep learning, and I just love the opportunities.
Well, we have some people on the West Coast that we can definitely connect you with.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you.
Yeah, especially up in Tampa, even up in Naples. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, I have an uncle up there that's a retired. He was a retired police officer, and then he became a detective. And all I have to do is tell him he's very well connected about yourself, and he'll probably reach out to some of his people. So we definitely have people on the West Coast that we can get you with. Of course, we got you covered right here on the East Coast of Florida. You don't have to worry
Right.
about that. And we have that big women's event coming up on March the 2nd. We hope you're going to see you there because there's a lot of women that need that service. A lot of people need that. And I know that the Global Trade Chamber, they will definitely promote you, okay, because they have a lot of people that they've already said that need your type of service. So we're here for whatever you need, whatever you want to do. And you want to come back to Make Our World Your Runway anytime, you've got an open door. We're here for you.
Oh, thank you so much, Angela. I know you are. It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure. So thank you for making time out of your busy day to come on
Oh,
our show. We're going to go live with this next week and we'll really promote it out. And with the Copacabana, I will definitely keep you posted because I think there's a lot that we can do for you there. And anytime I see Dave and when you have that great commercial, which of course we'll play a little bit of that next week when we go live. And he's been following you now, so anytime I speak to him, I always bring you up. So you got a great connection there.
I appreciate it so much, Angela. Thank you so much.
You got it. All right, have a great weekend. I will talk to you later, and we will see you again. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. So, on the ship, and then the women's event.
I can't wait. I'll see you soon.
Okay, have a great one. Thank you so much. Take care. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was absolutely fantastic. And now guess who? Betsy Miller back to Make Our World Your Runway. And look at her. She got all fired up today. She must have known we were going to have a good-looking guy on the show.
Good to be with you, Angela.
Is he great? He's
great. Everybody needs an honest attorney. Everyone.
Yeah. And even though he's personal injury, okay, he's just got a way about him. He's handling a case for me right now because my mom got in a car accident. And, he's taught me things about personal injury that I didn't even know, okay? My mother got into a car accident in a parking lot of Publix. And my husband and I thought that there was still this no-fault law that, it's in a a parking lot and nobody's really at fault. Well, guess what? That law doesn't even exist.
Nope,
So we've
it
had
does
to take
not.
a different route and do some other things. And, he's taught me a lot. And, he's got right on this case. He's doing things. And, what I like about him, he's honest. He said, hey, let me give it a shot.
Hmm.
I may be able to do something. I may not. But at least he tells you up front, hey, let's see what we can do. Where a lot of
Is your
attorneys will
mom
say,
okay?
oh, yeah, she hurt her leg pretty bad. Okay. So
Oh,
now she's gonna have to have therapy. And God bless her at her age to still be able to
I
drive
know.
is amazing. But
Yeah.
you never know. So, and I'm glad
Right.
I got somebody like Jesse who's honest, who's on it, because you get some
Yeah.
of these attorneys, oh, I'm gonna get you this, I'm gonna get you that, and it never materializes, well, they get you less than what they say they can. Jesse just
Hmm.
tells you up front, I'm gonna give it my best shot. We might be able to do something with it, or we may not. But at least you know up front what your alternatives are. So,
Hmm.
yep, he's a great guy. So,
When we were in Florida, my husband was backing out of a parking spot and somebody was driving through the parking lot and hit him.
oh, geez.
And they said it was both people's fault.
Yeah. See, that's what we thought. But that law now has changed. Okay. One
Hmm.
person gets held liable. So this is why I said in the beginning, you always need an
Yeah,
attorney because, the law could change tomorrow. The law could change
right.
5 minutes from now. We don't know
Absolutely.
what the heck they're going to do. Okay. And
Mm-mm.
when we're sleeping at night and Washington's changing laws, you get up in the morning. When did that happen? Oh, that happened last night.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Nobody gets notified. All right. So that's
Nope.
why you have to go to an attorney. You have to have respect for law. And you don't know, like Jesse says, we don't make the laws. We don't like a
Right.
lot of them, but we got to abide by them. So,
And it's always worth it to invest in someone who does know the law better than you.
it, it, it- exactly. And like I said, I heard it all when I was a court
Yeah.
reporter. Oh my God, you can't imagine the cases I used to hear.
I
And
didn't know you were a court reporter. My mom was a court stenographer for years.
yeah, I was a court reporter when I got out of high school, for at
Yeah.
least 5, 6 years. And I've heard everything. I mean,
Hmm.
I've seen people come in the courtroom with chains. I've done personal injury.
Oh
And
my.
like I had one attorney that I used to work with, Malcolm Blum up in New Jersey, was great. And he used to say to me, Angela, I don't know what we're up against when that door opens up. And like we said, sometimes you think you have a winner and you go in there and you become the loser. Or sometimes you
Mm-hmm.
go in and say, you know what, I'm going to lose this case, and you come out the winner because
Mm-hmm.
whoever that person is in the black robe, he or she is sitting up there. Okay. Or like we
Right.
say, the jury, it's a crapshoot. You don't know. So you go in, put your best foot forward, and you got to go with the flow. That's just it.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. And it's good to have a good attorney on. And I'm glad that you have such diverse guests on your show. It does. It's great for connecting with people. And I heard the expression the other day, net friending instead of
yes.
networking, net friending. And I love that because it's true. We're all friends and we all, friend each other and refer each other. And yeah, I think it's great. I love that you have such diversity on your show.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. So, my dear, we're going to see you on March the 2nd when we can
Yes,
tell the
ma'am.
world about beauty. But what kind of beauty tips and secrets do you have for us today?
Well, so today you'll notice my hair is a lot curlier than it normally
I
is.
love it. I love it.
So I thought I'll just kind of mix it up today. It's Friday, do something
Yeah,
different.
mix
And
it up.
I really
Friday
wanted
mix up.
yeah, and I really wanted to give the curl cream and the defrizzing oil a real work, run for its money
That
because
stuff is
my
the best.
hair, yeah, my hair is very frizzy. This is actually smaller. It's shrunk down now. It was out to here,
I
but my
love
hair
it.
is really frizzy. And we were going through some old photos, and my daughter said, "How come you don't do your hair like that anymore?" And that was back in the '90s when everybody's big hair was.
Oh, yeah, the big hair.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so I thought, well, I don't know, maybe I will today. So, anyways, I used the curl cream and the defrizzing oil from our new hairline. And I absolutely love it. Normally, this would be a lot bigger and frizzier, but this just kind of gives it nice shape. it's kind of hard to tell on the video, but I love this. I love our new hair care stuff, and I have samples of all of that. So if anybody's interested. But the one thing I wanted to talk about today, as far as skincare goes, is because we're still in the winter months, and even if you're in Florida where it's warmer, you still need to be hydrating and taking care of your skin. And so today I used our Soothe regimen. And the thing I love about the Soothe regimen is it is formulated for people with sensitive skin, but you don't have to have sensitive skin in order to use it. It is a 4-step regimen. So you have a gel cleanser, which is basically like a spa treatment in your bathroom. You have a treatment, which is going to help with any redness or any irritation that you might have from cold weather or dry weather.
Right. Dry
if
weather,
you have
exactly.
if you have eczema, psoriasis, or rosacea, Soothe can 100% help. There's the 3rd step is the moisturizing rescue cream. And then the 4th step is the titanium dioxide sunscreen, which you would want to definitely use. But the great thing about this particular regimen is it's going to protect, it's going to calm, it's going to nourish your skin. It's any irritations that are caused by the eczema, psoriasis, or rosacea are going to be treated with the step 2, because this is the treatment. And there's colloidal oatmeal in here. That's really relaxing for your skin. You know, if you have, I know maybe if sometimes people take like their dogs, you know, if they have hot spots on their dogs or whatever, they'll give them an oatmeal bath because it's very calming. It's very calming to your skin. And so this particular regimen is going to build up your natural moisture barrier and really help your skin become strong so that you can move on to other regimens if you desire. But some people just stay with Soothe because it's, you know, they have sensitive skin and that's what they can use. It's clean, it's clear, it's got great ingredients like artichoke leaf extract, sunflower seed oil, what else? Oh, we have a patented RF3 antioxidant complex in it, and the RFP2 peptide technology, which is proprietary technology.
Peptide is one of the best. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so Soothe really can keep your skin moist, moisturized, hydrated, calm. I really love it. I've been using it for the last couple of days because my skin's been feeling a little bit dry and I just got over a cold. So it's just been a nice, refreshing regimen to use to kind of implement into my skincare routine.
Yeah, no, it's great. And those hair care products, you know, I'm in love with that because I have frizzy hair, believe it or not. And I always like to bring, I told you when I used the shampoo and I got out of the shower, I couldn't believe the waves in my hair. I said, wait a minute, because I have that pokey straight hair. I said, wait a minute. I said, I'm looking at myself right in the mirror. And all of a sudden I looked, I said, wow, this is absolutely fantastic. I said, you know, because, you know, you can buy all these hair care products in the store, in the drugstore, and you come home and you're like, it's still flopping. Okay.
So,
yeah, I mean,
with that volume, with the volume hair care line, it does come with the shampoo and the conditioner, but it also comes with the densifying treatment. And there's such good vitamins in there. It's actually encouraging new hair growth. My husband, I'll have to send you a picture of my husband's 1 month usage of it. His hair was thinning on the top, and
my husband's doing that too. Yes.
He's got new growth, which we were both like, oh my gosh. So it's not formulated for that, but because it is formulated for nourishing your scalp. I mean, these are dermatologists. They are the ones designing the skincare for your face, your body, now your scalp. And your scalp actually ages 12 times faster than your face and the rest of your body. But until now, there's not been any real dermatology designed hair care products until we're
exactly. And I was just going to say that because a lot of people, when they get older, and I've heard my mother say this, and I've heard a lot of it, well, I don't know, I have to spend more time with my hair today than I did 10 years ago. I said, wait a minute. Age has a big factor. It's got a lot to do with it. If you don't think your hair changes and you don't think your hair ages, okay? I said, why do you think when you're older, you're going in to get either full color or touch up. Instead of every 6 weeks, you're going every 4 weeks. The hair is aging, it's coming through, okay? And, you know, when you go to have it done, a colorist can only do so much, all right?
Right.
But then again, it's going to fade out. You wash your hair every day, it's going to fade out. So people don't understand that, okay? And especially living in a warmer climate. You know, when I was living up in the Northeast where it was cold, color didn't fade as much, okay?
Yeah,
But
it doesn't
here,
seem like
even here, even if you're sitting in the house, okay, the color's going to fade because guess what? It's warm, you're using air condition, you're sweating more. So people need to realize, and why do you think now, you know, years ago, when you went into a salon, they really didn't carry product. Now today, when you look around, you say, why are the salons carrying different hair companies? Because now they realize they can only do so much. You got to go home and do the rest. And this is fantastic to have dermatologists, okay, have dermatologists actually create a line for hair like they've done for skincare. Because most of the hair care products you go out, you buy, they'll say, oh, you know, our chemist, it's biologically done. It isn't, it isn't. But this is, okay?
Right.
So,
and you know, the great thing about having, you said something about, you know, the salons having inventory.
right.
The Rodan & Fields flips the script on that too, because when you're a salon owner, you have to purchase that inventory and then sell it to make a profit.
Correct.
Now, salons are carrying Rodan & Fields skincare in their salon. They're using it, but then Rodan & Fields is paying them to sell it. So it's a win-win. And honestly, these salons are now able to give their clients a whole nother level of service through skincare, through hair care. And, you know, knock on wood, we ever have another shutdown, they will be able to keep in touch with their clients.
Right, exactly.
And if their salons are shut down, they're still able to maintain an income because their clients will be buying their products from them. It's, I mean, for me, it's just amazing. You know, I think it's a great way.
It is great because I was talking to one of the makeup artists the other day that I know very well. And she was saying, you know what? She said, I got 6 more months of this and I'm gone. I said, what do you mean? She said, no, my son is opening up a med spa. And she said, the industry is not what it used to be. And I said, no. Going back maybe 30 years ago, you'd walk into a department store, and we've had this conversation. It was a thriving business, okay?
Yeah.
It still is to some degree, but it's changing. You know, the brick and mortar stores are not what they were. I mean, take, for instance, Sephora. They used to be in all the JCPenney's. That contract is gone. They're out of JCPenney, and if you want anything on Sephora, you're going to have to go to a Sephora store because that's the only place you're going to get it right now. So, but with this, at least, you know, if you like that product, okay, you don't have to worry about it being taken out of a store or it's not, drugstore's not carrying anymore. All you have to do is order it, and there it is. You still got your favorite product.
Right. And the great thing about Rodan & Fields too is you don't even have to know anything about the skincare. I mean, we have people, we have consultants from all walks of life. So we have attorneys like Jesse, we have realtors, we have teachers, we have nurses, we have other doctors. They just did a whole series on the white coats of Rodan & Fields, the other doctors, because Rodan & Fields gives you not only do they give you a website to refer people to purchase their items, but they give you a solution tool, which new customers can take a quick 2-minute quiz, and the recommendation comes directly from our doctors. So when you can have the confidence of that, you know, it's an easy, seamless way for you to bring in another business into whatever career that you already have. And I think that is amazing as well. You know, there's no such thing as too much money.
No, you're going to love it because Mathelli made her, she made her airline accommodations. So
we were talking on Facebook the other night.
Yeah, she's coming in, Mathelli. So you're going to see her. So you're going to see a lot of the beauties there. And I think a great show for you to get on is the VIP pageantry, they have a fabulous show. Okay, you're gonna meet Layla that day. You definitely got to get on that show. I know she will love it. So
Okay.
yeah, it's gonna be absolutely great. So Miss Betsy, as always, it was a pleasure to have you back on the show. Next week we may be doing something a little different if we can arrange it. If not, we will, of course, you'll be back. We are supposed to be doing a show about the iconic Copacabana.
Yay, that'll be fun.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely going to be great. We're hoping we can get it together, but we've got a big radio show coming up on the 22nd of February, all about the Copacabana. I'm definitely going to have you listen in. Mimi's taking that one, so you got to get.
Of course she is.
Yeah. Mimi's taking that one. I said, I'm just going there just to do the introductions. But I said, Mimi, that's it. You can handle
That's right.
that.
That's her lane. That's her lane. Well,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
so
her
excited
lane.
about the Women's Expo. I'm really excited to meet everybody. I'm excited to see you again in person. I think it's going to be great for everybody who attends. And I've been posting about it and
Me too.
advertising about it. So
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a really great event.
And our show last night was absolutely amazing. Ron did such a fabulous job with the graphics.
It's amazing.
I made Maria listen to it, and I'm sure, he does some wonderful things, Ron. So he's great. But anyway, my dear, I love the look today. The look is fabulous.
Thank you, darling.
Yes, it looks great. And as I said, well, she got dressed up. She knew Jesse was coming on. So Jesse will appreciate that. But anyway, thank you. Yeah, I love it. He's like my husband, surrounded with beautiful women, and they'll smile. No problem. So anyway, my dear, thank you so much. And we're going to see you on March the 2nd. I can't wait. But you and I will be doing business ahead of that time frame. So thank you again. And you're always welcome to make our world your runway and give such fantastic beauty tips to our listeners. So
thank you so much, Angela. Have a good weekend, everyone.
You too. We'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Another packed show on Make Our World Your Runway. You heard all about the on the business side today. You heard all about law, personal injury law, and of course, Betsy Miller with some fantastic beauty tips, and especially all about hair care. She taught me things that I don't even know. That's why it is important to subscribe to the Global Trade Chamber YouTube channel so that you can view Make Our World Your Runway and learn about what our viewers have to say in the world today. So we want to thank you for joining in. As always, we'll have another packed show next week, and you have a great weekend. God bless, and thank you for watching.